Alrighty, what's up, motherfuckers and scumbags and you other pieces of shit and my lovely peeps. How's it going, you sexy bitches? Peter fucking Joseph here for another video right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. Thanks for watching, everybody. Everybody, Happy New Year to all of you. 2024 is here. So Happy New Year to all. Thank you for watching here on the channel. Make sure you like the video. Hit that subscribe button down there in the basement, known as the description box below. And as always, follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram if you're real. If you're not, you seriously need a life in 2024. Also, don't forget to share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that bell. I think we all know what to kind of do with it. You know, treat it like it's the New Year's Eve ball. Drop it. Because you can't drop your balls, because some of you haven't dropped your balls yet. But it is what it is. But anyway, tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn video. And if you do, well, you pretty much suck. And you're SOL. And you know what that means. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Like, share, subscribe. You can leave a comment if you wish, but if you leave a stupid comment, you're getting blocked. And if you don't like that, well, too fucking bad. Go on somebody else's channel and say that shit to them. Watch what happens to you. And that's it. And if this is your first time watching here in 2024, well, Happy New Year. And welcome to the party, pal. We really hope you enjoy the ride throughout this year. And for the past almost 15 years here on YouTube, with me especially, almost 15 goddamn years. On this lovely website of YouTube that really needs to be taken down, just saying. But in any case, if you're new here, you like what you see, you want more, please hit that bell. Please hit that subscribe button down below on this channel and my other channels as well. Show me your love and support. And give it a like and tell all those people to shove it up their ass. Because that's where that like button belongs, up their ass. And we'll see what happens with that. So if you're new here and you just subscribed or you're thinking about subscribing, please do it. And thank you for the support and welcome to the party, pal. We really hope you enjoy the ride. A little bit bumpy, a little bit scary, but, you know, you'll be fine. And if you don't like it, you can always hop off and go on somebody else's channel that has, like, 5 subs. It's not as charismatic as me, not as entertaining as they are. And I'm real. They're not. I show receipts. They don't. Because everything out their mouth is a lie. I don't lie. I might go back on my word a bit, but it's not a lie per se. But it is what it is, you know. You live and you learn, that's it. And if you can't live and learn, then you can't, I don't know. You need help. But I'm getting the help I need, so. It is what it is. 2024 is going to be a journey, and pretty much started today, and then, you know, we'll see what happens with that. I mean, I don't go see my therapist till Monday, and then I don't see my psychiatrist at the end of the month. I was supposed to go for a colonoscopy this Thursday. Not gonna do it because I'm not in a real good frame of mind at the moment. Dealing with a lot of issues right now, so I'm going to postpone it for a little bit. Maybe I can get it done by the end of this month. So, and hopefully by then I'll be in a way better, you know, mind frame. And we'll see what happens with that. But I will get it done because I need to, because I'm 47. I don't want to wait till I'm like 60 or whatever. And then I might have more problems than I already have. And that's it. So we got all that. And, lots of things coming this year. Video-wise, new things might be coming. Some, more music-related videos on my Metal Guy channel. And, pretty much on the Rant channel, I'm not gonna do... I'm pretty much done with drama videos. I know those are one of my big hitters, but... I don't want to make the Rant channel a drama-based rant channel. Because drama is for pussies. But, I know drama, gets a lot of views. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to base that channel off petty YouTube drama with a bunch of petty as fuck pieces of shit. I just want to make my channel, I just want to talk about things that piss me off. In current events, like in the world, not on fucking boring as fuck YouTube. Because I care less about people on YouTube except for my close friends, and that's it. On social media in general, unless there's an actual thing I want to talk about that is on social media. But mostly it's probably going to be current events and sports, and that's pretty much it. Or anything I actually feel like ranting about. Like, the subway system in New York sucks. So I'm gonna do like a rant about that. Or I could just rant about, I rant about Pepsi Cola. I love Pepsi, but I could rant about it. Like they make a new flavor and it tastes like shit. Like Pepsi Clear comes back. Pepsi Clear's back. Nobody gives a shit. I'll still get my average around, 100 to, if it gets viral. I think my highest one is about 3,000 hits, and that was like a long time ago with my Grimm's Toy Show rant. But, it is what it is. I take it as it comes. All the views I get, whether it be 50 views, 100 views, 1,000 views, 3,000 views, I did a good job. People were entertained. They liked it. They don't have to comment if they wish. If I get one comment, or I get 10 comments, or I get 50 comments, still did my job. Doesn't matter about that. I don't care how many. I really don't care about the likes. If I get a lot of likes, that's fine. Great. Same thing with the subs. I'm not here to be I'm not here to be popular. I know I'm not the most popular guy in the world. I don't really give two shits about that. I'm just here for me and to give an opinion about wrestling and whatever. And people like it, great. They don't, keep it moving. Do your own fucking video. Go on somebody else's channel that probably has a really boring opinion too, but my opinions pretty much, are pretty damn good. And they matter the most, so. So let's see what happens with that. Alright, enough about that bull funky. I hope everybody had a great New Year's Day. The first day of 2024. We got as of this video, 364, because there's a leap year, 364 more days to the end of the year, 2024, so we got a long way to go, my friends. But we'll get through it. We're pretty much 6 weeks away from Valentine's Day, and we're about 2 months away from Palm Sunday and the lovely Easter Day. That's at the end of March. March the 31st is Easter. Then after that is WrestleMania. So we'll be talking all about that. Baseball's coming away. The regular season will be at the end of March. Preseason starts right around Valentine's Day. So about 6 weeks away from Pictures and Catchers, my friends. Baseball is coming back. Not that the Mets are going to do anything this year. Yankees probably be in the playoffs. But then again, they might choke. Who knows what's going to happen with the Los Yankees in Nueva York. Those steroid users. They had to add another one. Why not? Let's add Juan Soto. Hey, why not? Why not? Why not? You know, Judgy Wudgy and Stanton, they probably have a secret stash away from him. You know, they'll find it somewhere in the bowels of that dump, that construction site called Skanky Stadium. It's down there, somewhere in the basement, somewhere, maybe in the boiler room. Somebody left a big box of steroids. You get it? Like, hey, Juan, guess what? Pop! Right in the ass. Next thing you know, it's 50 home runs. Stanton, 45 home runs. Judgy Wudgy, 75 home runs. Oh, it's just pure talent. Pure my ass. All of them are steroid users. Stanton, Judge, and fucking Soto. That's a given. It's a given. Every Yankee that's been on the team, freaking A-Royd, we knew he did steroids. Jeter, or as we call him, Cheater, steroid user. Everybody thinks he's the GOAT. No, not even close to being the GOAT in baseball. You know who the GOAT of baseball is? Cal Ripken Jr. Yeah, I'll agree with. I'll go with Otaku on that one. Everybody says Babe Ruth, but, you know, that's modern era, but I'll talk about current. Current or, you know, way back in my day. But back in my day, you know, there's a lot of guys, but I think the perfect guy, in just my opinion, Cal Ripken Jr., the guy was just an amazing baseball player. During the 80s and part of the 90s too. You know, an amazing baseball player. Or as we like to say in the business, consummate professional baseball player, Torrey Hunter. No. But, yeah, Torrey Hunter, you know, one of my favorite Minnesota Twins, by the way. Besides Kirby Puckett, you know. Those are some consummate professional baseball players, my friends. Dave Kingman, and all the Mets. You know, Strawberry, Gooden, Gary Carter, may, you know, rest his mighty soul. Hernandez. Keith Hernandez, that is. Mike Piazza, get a job. You know, all the Met players were so good. You know, even Alonso, freaking beast he is. But, you know, we'll talk about baseball by March. Probably in the next 2 months we'll talk about baseball. See if I can get that book. You know, the Bible of all sports talk. I still have the football book. I just haven't really written in it lately, but, you know, I look at it once in a while, but, you know, pretty much getting the nitty-gritty. The last week of the season this weekend, then the playoffs next weekend on ABC and ESPN, or whatever they're going to play it on. I don't give a shit, but anyway, the Niners will be on you'll be on your TV screens this weekend for the final week of the season, and in 2 weeks for the NFC title game in Santa Clara. And pretty much, I don't care what day it is, I'll be watching it. So probably be a 4 o'clock game. I love to have you know, a primetime game on a Sunday night. Sunday night football game would be a great NFC division round. If it's like Cowboys and the Niners, or God forbid the Eagles and the Niners, that has to be a definite freaking primetime game. Because you can't. I mean, if it's like let's say Niners and the Rams again. But I would put that in after the afternoon. I mean, that's an afternoon game. I mean, it could be a primetime game too, but still. Packers, I would put them in the afternoon. You know, if the Lions somehow get into the, you know, division round, they play the Niners, I would probably put that in the afternoons. You know, primetime with the Lions, bleh. I mean, would you want to see a humongous blowout at, you know, in the playoffs? especially with the Niners and the Lions, which would be a good game. But imagine the Niners blown them out like 45-0 in the third quarter. I'm like, I don't want to watch this anymore. I'm like, I'm done, man. I'm packing I'm packing up. I mean, I'm getting ready for the NFC title game. Like, bring on those Cowboys. Bring on those pedophile Eagles. You know, January the 28th in prime time. You know, probably like around 4 to 5 o'clock. Probably like, no, not even. Yeah, probably around 6 o'clock, because usually the AFC title game is like early in the day. So give me that, man. Give me 2 primetime games for the Niners. That's all I want. And then the ultimate, if and when the Niners get to the Super Bowl, that's a 6:30 game, which is pretty much prime time. I got that. I don't even know who the fuck's the halftime show this year. I could care less. It's not a rock act, as far as I know. I mean, we're not gonna get like Slayer or Slipknot or any of those metal bands. They're gonna probably put some fucking boring as fuck douchebags for the halftime show. I mean, last year we got Rihanna, which wasn't that great. I didn't really like that year. I mean, 2020, when you had the Chiefs and the Niners, when you had Shakira and J-Lo shaking their hot asses, that was good. And then, I think it was last year, not last year, the year before that, was Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Eminem, 50 Cent, Mary J. Blige. That was pretty good. I didn't mind that. But last year, not so good, Al. This year, I don't even know who's singing the national anthem, who's doing the halftime show. I wish I had my other phone, but it's charging right now. I don't even think I can get it with my... Nah, I don't want to mess up my... I don't want to waste any more time than I already wasted, but it is what it is. So... shall see what happens with that. And we move on with that. Alright. Let's see what happens with that. Alright, can I... There we go. Maybe I can... Let's see, maybe I can find it. Super Bowl 58 halftime show. Oh, it's Usher? Okay. I'm okay with Usher. Because I know he's going to sing some good tunes, you know. Probably sing, yeah! You know, well, I gotta say, like, Mr., Little John, yeah! Okay! You know, Luda! Chris will be there, definitely. To sing yeah, that epic rap he does. I don't know what other songs he might sing besides yeah. Maybe, tonight the DJ's got us falling in love again. Maybe he'll play Confessions. These are my confessions. Yeah. Maybe he'll sing Burn. There's a lot of good stuff he's gonna be playing. I mean, last year was Rihanna. 2022 was Eminem, Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, and Mary J. Blige. 2021 was The Weeknd. I forgot about that one. That wasn't a good one either. 2020, like I said, the Niners Super Bowl year, was J-Lo and Shakira shaking their hot, fucking sexy asses. But Usher, I'm fine with that. But I wish it was a rock act. We need some rock and roll at the Super Bowl, and I'm not talking about like a day before that shit. But we got that. Let me see. Who's singing the national anthem? I was thinking it was going to be Taylor Swift. I don't even know. I know Beyonce sang it one. Lady Gaga did one. Chris Stapleton did it last year. Nobody gave a shit. I don't think we have anything right now. Let me look on the Wikipedia page. I know I'm wasting a little more time than I already wasted, but it is what it is. Let's see. Usher, like I said, Usher would do the halftime show. I don't think they have announced it yet. For the person that's singing the national anthem. So I know that the Super Bowl is going to be in Vegas. But all I know is Usher singing at the halftime show. They haven't really said anything about the who's singing the national anthem, unless I can find it real quick. I'm trying to Google it and something. Who is type? Who is singing the national anthem at Super Bowl 2024? Let's see here. Well, besides Usher. Well, thankfully it's not going to be Taylor Swift because she's going to be performing in Tokyo on the day of the Super Bowl. So we don't have anybody doing the national anthem as of yet. But Usher will be doing the halftime show. So, wait, I thought I saw Fantasia for a second. Yeah, a lot of people asking for Fantasia. The person was on American Idol. But, alright, let's move on from that. But, should be a good halftime show this year. Should be. With Usher. Usher, as I call him, Usher Raymond. Maybe he'll go way back to his first album. You remind me of a girl that I once knew. Da 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 da. Maybe we're saying you got it bad when you're all alone. You hang up and you call right back. We gotta sing that one, man. Come on. But, the big hits he's gonna definitely hit. Like, yeah. Ludacris is gonna be there. Little John. DJ's making us falling in love tonight. The good stuff. Good stuff. But, I'm hoping Super Bowl 59 and really Super Bowl 60. I mean, it's in California. Who's in California? Oh, that's right, Metallica! Or any other the Bay Area bands. You could throw Slayer in there. Not that they'll do a one-off reunion show. But that would be the ultimate. Metallica coming out. Banging out like Enter Sandman for like 15 minutes. They only get a 15-minute set. It sucks. So they have to go through a medley. Which they can just do in like 5 minutes. I would end with Enter Sandman. I would start with freaking Creeping Death. like 15, like, you have like 80,000, I don't even know how many, let's say 70 to 80,000 people in Santa Clara at Levi Stadium going, die! 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 That'd be great television, right, Roger Badell? You fucking prick. That's good TV. Give me some fucking Metallica. Hell, give me Exodus. Or Testament, you know, any of the Bay Area bands, Anthrax. Hey, how about a Big Four at the Super Bowl? I don't know how Mustaine might feel about that. What do you think, Dave? Hello, me! Meet the real me! And my misfit's way of life! Okay, calm down, Dave. That'd be funny. Megadeth at the Super Bowl. Dave Mustaine, old cripply Dave Mustaine's, getting up on the mic. Hello, me! Meet the real me! That'd be hilarious. I would freaking go nuts with Megadeth at the Super Bowl. I mean, Kiss was, in a way, they were. Def Leppard, I think Def Leppard did one of the playoffs, I think. I don't think they were at the Super Bowl ever. Bon Jovi did a Super Bowl, I believe. Aerosmith did one with Britney Spears, Mary J. Blige, and NSYNC. Wasn't that good, but, Bruno Mars did one a couple years ago with the Red Hot Chili Peppers. But we need some fucking rock acts at the Super fucking Bowl, man. Come on now. Come on, it's been long overdue. Long overdue for a rock act. I don't want to talk about, like, Jelly Roll, like, that fat fuck. No one wants to see that shit. I want, like, nostalgia. Give me Judas Priest for all I care. Like Rob Halford coming out on his bike singing, Pain Killer! Give me some, like, you got another day coming! Give me that. Just do, like Priest and Iron Maiden on the same fucking Super Bowl. That would be freaking epic, I mean, I wish Ronnie James Dio was alive today, at the Super Bowl. We'd be like, we're off to the witch! You may never ever return! That'd be good to get Dio. Little rainbow in the dark! I would love that to happen. I want a metal band, like, in this moment, to get on the Super Bowl. Or maybe I Prevail. That'd be funny as hell. I Prevail at the Super Bowl. This right here is the part where I can't sing I forget the lyrics now. I know the lyrics, but I can't think of them. Burn it down, on it down, I don't give a fuck! Because I don't. We need, like a metal Super Bowl with, like, an enormous fucking giant-as fuck circle pit. That'd be great. Tear up that field. Oh, we can't play anymore. Game over. Oh, it's tied. What are we gonna do? But yeah, give me a rock band, please, for the love of God, in the next couple years at the Super Bowl. Really, give me Metallica, please, at Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara. And hopefully in the 90s we'll be there too. But don't know yet. But it's 2 years away, but we got that. But the way that the Niners are right now, Brock Purdy's going to be the quarterback, their franchise quarterback. Debo's going to be there for another couple years. Probably have to do something with Kittle. I think his contract's coming up in about another year or so. Bosa, the same thing. Ayuk, I would hope they re-sign him after the season, because I think he's got a 5th-year option coming up. I mean, give him his fucking money, because he's been balling this year. McCaffrey, I think, has another couple years, so he's going to be the franchise running back. Just give the big stars their money, Kittle, Bosa, McCaffrey, Ayuk, eventually Debo in probably another 2-3 years. Lock them all up, man. Lock them all up. They're young. Most of them, well, pretty much they're all young. Then it'll be Niners for fucking life, dude. Build that fucking dynasty, man. Build it. Be way better than that fucking douchebag Tom Brady and those idiot Patriots who ran amok with that dynasty like 3-4 in a row. Every year they're winning the freaking AFC East. Well, pretty much the Niners have won back-to-back NFC championship, NFC West titles. So just haven't hit the big one since 2020, which was 4 years ago. So, but right now they're in the playoffs. We're just waiting to see who they face. That's it. All right, now let's talk about some sports. Let's get to the real sport of professional wrestling. And yes, wrestling is a sport, not sports entertainment. Because if you think it's sports entertainment, then give me a reason why it's sports entertainment. When there's a definition of wrestling as a sport in the dictionary. And I proved it on YouTube too with a receipt. Just go to TSL 193, I believe. Or type in the Shadows Lair 193 on my old Shadows Lair channel. Is wrestling a sport? And me and the missus gave receipts. We proved that wrestling is indeed a sport. It's not entertainment. It may entertain you, yes, but it's not sports entertainment. But it is what it is. Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Monday night, January the 1st, 2024, if you're watching from somewhere else, January the 2nd, 2024, it is time for your really late, no, not really late, but it's getting there, your late night, Monday night, Raw, Day 1 edition review for January the 1st, 2024. We are emanating from the Pachanga Arena in San Diego, California. Not as great as San Francisco, but still. One of those less known California cities. Like the best ones, as the best cities in freaking California: Venice Beach, LA, San Francisco. But the number one city in California is San Fran. Close second is LA. That's all I gotta say about that. I've been to both of them. I love to move there. I want to move there. I want to move to LA or San Fran. I do. I know there's going to be a lot of money, but I don't give a shit. I just want to get out of the East Coast. Get away from the snow. We're getting a snowstorm here maybe on Sunday, they're saying. One saying we're getting a lot. One saying we're getting about 4 inches. And then another one saying we're not getting anything. Or maybe just rain. Saturday night into most of Sunday. I'm hoping we don't get nothing. Or if we do get a little bit of snow, it's not that much. I'll be okay with 1 to 3 inches, maybe possible 4 inches. I'm okay with it. All I have to do is really, get up early in the morning, shovel it, done. Watch the Niner game in peace and quiet. And then maybe after the Niner game, I'll throw some rock salt out. And I'm done. I don't have to do anything else because it's going to be 55 degrees next Tuesday. And raining, so everything that we get is going to be slush and bleh. But, it's winter, ladies and gentlemen. If you're in the Northeast, winter is finally here. But hopefully, we're not going to get a major snowstorm and getting like 12 inches. One said we're going to get a foot of snow. Then it stopped. It went down to 10.5. Then it went down to 2. Now it's back up to around 3.14 inches. I'm like, make up your fucking mind! You want to go somewhere hot? Go to Arizona or go down to Miami Beach. It's 80 degrees down there. Sign me up. I want to go down there. So it is what it is. All right. So Monday Night Raw tonight, the Day 1 edition of Monday Night Raw, the very first Raw of the year. As of this video, 25 days away till the Royal Rumble. So about a little over 3 weeks away. Really not much in storyline progression going to the Rumble. But we had some big matches tonight. We had The Man! Becky Lynch taking on Nia Jax. We had Seth freaking Rollins defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Drew McIntyre. We had a tag team match to see who becomes the #1 contenders to the the women's tag team champions. As we had Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler taking on Team Rainbow Bright of Tegan Nox and Natalya. And we had some other things happening on the show. But overall, and this is my opinion, and it matters the most, this show was boring. I mean, it felt like a pay-per-view, but it felt like a boring as fuck house show pay-per-view. It felt like a TNA pay-per-view almost. But it is what it is, and let's get into it. Let's not waste any more of your precious time, because it's late. Alright, so we are from the Pachanga Arena in San Diego, and our commentary team of Mitchell Cole and Bad News Reed Bennett. I'm afraid I got some bad news for you. We have to go quick. No. So we got that. Alright, so we move on. Speaking of Michael Cole and Bad News Wade Barrett, we start the show off with them in the ring, which is so rare. They open things up, they run down the card, and kind of different way to go, but okay. And then we find out that a former WWE champion will be appearing on the show tonight. There's a lot of rumors. Who could it be? Dwayne, The Rock, was seen talking to Nick Godman. There's a rumor about Brock Lesnar. I talked about that in my first video today. Link is down below in the gobbledygook. People thinking on Andrade, even though he was never a champion. People thinking Batista. But, we got all that, and at first, it didn't look good. I mean, people were about to, leave the arena. But, a certain, electrifying man in all sports entertainment came out and made, well, people thought, yeah, he's back! And I was like, oh, dude, this guy with his boring as fuck cringe insults comes out, and then, right near the end, he commits career suicide. And I think we all know what he said about that guy. We'll get to that a little bit. Alright, so, after Mitchell Cole and Wade Barrett run down the card, we got a long-as-fuck recap about the feud between The Man, Becky Lynch, and Nia Jax, which started over 5 years ago, pretty much 2018, where Nia, leveled Becky, broke her nose, blood, during the NXT Raw SmackDown Survivor Series days. I think that was the NXT year, I'm not sure, but anyway. Knocked her out with a right hand, busted her wide open. And I know Becky's, kind of been wanting revenge. And Nia, after a couple years of Nia boring us half to death and putting Kyrie on the shelf, you fat bitch. They released her, thank the Lord, but then Hunter brings her back. Hunter. And pretty much, still the same old fat botch machine that we all know and love. So, it's been pretty much a couple 5 years in the making, but we haven't, seen Becky, Nia back since pretty much earlier this year. So, finally we're going to have the showdown. So, we got that. So, then we go to the match, which was okay. It wasn't great. Nia versus Becky. Power versus power, I guess. So So it's also with Nia powering Becky around to start. Becky tries some right hands and got no effect. And then we got a 1903 bear hug. When was the last time you saw a bear hug in a match? So Nia locked that in, and that didn't last long. Becky tries with a Bexploder. That didn't work. Lecky? Who's Lecky? Anyway. Hey, Lecky! Anyway. Becky comes back with a missile drop kick for a near fall. As we go to break, we come back. Becky gets a near fall off a Molly go round, made famous by Molly Holly. But Nia gets up and runs her over. She goes for the leg drop and missed. They go outside. Nia punches the ring post. Ow! By mistake. And then Cole's like, I think she broke her hand! I'm like, I hope she did! Anyway, Becky gets thrown into the ringside area, by the timekeeper's area, the barricade. Nia tries for a cannonball against the barricade. Thankfully, she missed. Then they tease a count out. Becky gets in at 7. And I don't know how Nia got in, because the referee's like, 9! No, she's in! Like, no, she wasn't! Referee! Do something! Anyway, so they tease a count out. And then they're on the apron. Wait, did I miss that? No. Actually, Nia did, relive, when she did the leg drop on the apron and missed, and then she goes, ah! My hole! My hole! She did it again! So, it was funny. She drops, you hear her scream, she goes, but she doesn't go, my hole! You hear her, like, slightly say, my hole! Anyway, so, guillotine leg drop gives Becky a near fall, goes to the disarmer, but then locks in the armbar, and then Nia hits one hell of a, well, kind of, in a botch-looking sit-out powerbomb for a near fall. Tries to go for the Annihilator. Becky saw it, goes up top, tries for a super manhandle slam. That would have been epic, she hit that. But it's counted into a super Samoan drop for a near fall. And the crowd was like, what? How did Becky kick out of that? So then Nia sends Becky face first into the mat. And then I think Becky was trying to come off the top with something. I don't know what it was. And then Nia goes, boom! With her right hand, knocked Becky the fuck out. Then she goes up top, hits the Annihilator. 1, 2, 3, in just under 12 minutes. Your winner, Nia Jax. And that's it. So she gets the win. Match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then after the match, we see Becky busted wide open in her mouth. So I think she lost a couple of teeth, or she had a broken jaw. One of the two. Nia must have a lethal right hand. But we'll see. So yeah, so Nia wins the gets the measure of revenge, I guess. I guess you can't call it revenge. It's like, because she knocked Becky out and busted her up 5 years ago. Now, busted her up again. So, we'll have to see what happens with that and where Becky goes from here. I think the dentist. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, after that, we get a recap of, I think it was last week's, little tussle between Cody, MDK Cody, you bitch, and Shinsuke Nakamura, as Shinsuke read a Christmas story a couple weeks back, the American Nightmare Before Christmas, which led to Cody and Shinsuke brawling in the back all the way to the ring. So we got that. So then we go to break, we come back, and here comes Cody Rhodes to bore us half to death with another missionary-style promo, because every time he does a promo, it's like missionary position every single night. Ugh! You know? It's boring. So Cody comes out with his stupid fucking theme song, Adrenaline in my soul, Cody Rhodes with another boring as fuck promo. Why the fans go out to see this bum? No! Fuck Cody Rhodes. And his fans too. But anyway, Cody comes out, talks about how it's a new year. People are thinking about what they're going to do in the new year. They got their goals. But he's pretty much stuck in neutral, and he's stuck on Shinsuke Nakamura. Not in that way. And it's not because of the poem last week or the poison mist last couple weeks before that, but rather because this should have been over. Yeah, it should have been over, and Shinsuke should have won that match. Just saying. So Cody's like, I want to finish this right now. He's in his gear. He's like, I'm ready to fight. So then we see Shinsuke Nakamura on the Tron, and another one of those fucking epic anime type comic book like Japanese promos with the Japanese stuff. He talks in Japanese. I love this version of Shinsuke. Why did we get this when he first came in? Vincent Kennedy McMahon? Anyone? Yeah, now that Hunter's basically running the show, Shinsuke can talk in like 6 languages if he wanted to. But, it's great that he's this assassin now, talking in Japanese. All the promos, freaking epic. The anime looks like something out of Dragon Ball Z. Kudos to the producer for that. Thank you, Hunter. You're welcome. Thank you, Hunter. Anyway, so Shinsuke says, I'd rather not fight tonight. I'd rather give you, Cody, 1 week to prepare. So it's going to happen next week on the program from Portland, Oregon. And Shinsuke says, I'm going to finish your story and then close the book. And then he missed the camera for added effect. Woo! So, if that's not the main event next week, I don't know what is. I know Punk's coming back next week. Oh, fucking boring as fuck, Phil Brooks. Oh yeah, he's gonna win the Rumble. He's gonna beat Seth Rollins on night 1 of WrestleMania. He's gonna go on a nice run with the World Heavyweight title. Yeah, then he loses it. God forbid he faces a guy like Roman at Bash in Berlin or at SummerSlam. You know he's gonna get smashed. Roman will take the World Heavyweight title and just merge it with the gold Universal title. And Punk will just go back to AJ Lee. Huh. That's what he's gonna do. Just like if Cody Rhodes, if they're still gonna do it, because there might be a change. We'll see. But pretty much right now, Cody is pissed. And I'm glad. Good. Be pissed. But if Cody somehow does face Roman, Roman's going to send him back to Brandy Rhodes and his daughter Liberty in a body bag. And he won't need Solo. He won't need Jimmy. He won't even need the Wise Man. He'll do it by himself. Oh, Cody do. If Cody wants to win, he'll probably use, like, Jimmy Uso, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, maybe, Eli Drake. Because, Cody will need help to beat Roman. Or anybody will need help to beat Roman. Like, the entire locker room of Raw and SmackDown and NXT will come out and beat the fuck out of Roman. What are you going to do? That's cheating! Do it clean. I want a clean win. If someone wants to beat Roman, do it clean. Not with a chicanery shit. Because I don't care. It doesn't count as a loss to me. So, anyway, we got that. Alright, so next week we got Cody Rhodes, Shinsuke Nakamura 2. And we'll see what happens with that. I mean, Cody won the first one by disqualification, even though I thought it was a no contest. We'll see what happens. I hope Shinsuke wins. I really want Shinsuke to win. Put another dent in Cody's fucking story that'll never, ever be told. It'll never end. I like how they had the meme of Cody riding Falcor from the Neverending Story. Yeah, you'll need a luck dragon there, Cody, to finish that story. You won't need the princess or even Atreyu. Or Artex or the nothing. You won't need all those main characters. Or even Bastion. These look like big, strong hands. Don't they? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, you big stone guy there. It's like the nothing never was. I liked the movie. The one part that scared me was that fucking demon wolf, Gamork. Come for me, Gamork! I am Atreyu! I mean, when you first saw him and his eyes just started glowing, I was like, what? Holy shit! Am I watching a Michael Jackson video for Thriller? And then he came out, and then when they actually showed him his whole thing, he was like, ah! Mommy! Like, shit, that fucking thing scared me. Still does to this day. Every time I watch it, I'm like, get away. Somebody get me a freaking spear or something, like a brick or something. Knock him out, stab him in the freaking head. The first movie was great. The second one with I forget who played him. I think it was Jonathan Landis played Bastion. That movie sucked so bad. All about Bastion, going to the princess. What was that place? Fantasia, whatever it was. And then, he's losing all his memories, and he's losing his mind. And then this witch, oh, make another wish, Bastion! And then comes down to, the final wish, and then Bastion's like, I'll make my final wish. I wish for you to have a heart. And then the witch is like, starts crying. And then Fantasia's all better again. And then she kind of, dies. What the fuck? Thank God they didn't make a third one. What would even the premise of the third one be? Oh, Bastion's a wizard. Something like that. Like a big old, man. Bastion grew up. He's 40 years old in Fantasia now. Falcor is still Falcor. Atreyu is a big, tall guy. The princess is old. What is this, Game of Thrones? Pretty much. But less sex. But I digress on that. My God, freaking Game of Thrones had so much sex in it. It was ooh, Jesus Christ. And you thought True Blood had a lot of sex. Oh no. Well, every freaking scene, somebody's fucking. I'm God damn. I mean, hardcore. In some ways. God damn. I mean, some of the scenes with Daenerys and what's his name? King Mogul, whatever his name is. Guy, basically Jason Momoa. He played that guy. I think it was him. Fucking ramming fucking Daenerys, even though it was a stunt double, because, Daenerys didn't want to do sex scenes. I don't know why, but, like, damn, he was, like, he was laying down that pipe, man. Some of those characters were just laying down pipe. I was like, shit. Like, so that's how they got it done back in the, the medieval days. Just, like, going to town. I'm like, shit. Wish I lived in that time. But I wouldn't want to live in, like, English times or whatever. I would live in, the shinobi times, in Japan. Be like a fucking ninja. I'll come out of nowhere and take all the geishas with me and, like, fuck them so hard in the ass, they wouldn't even know what the hell was going on. They were like, whoop, he love you long time! You're damn right. Why do you think I have such an obsession with Asian chicks? Not because of that, because, I just love Japan. I don't like the food, but, I like the other type of sushi, if you know what I mean. Jeez, fish. Yeah, make sure it smells good. Ladies, if you want to, you want to get your eaten out, you better make it make it presentable for your man who, he wants to, eat it all out. Because you don't want to have stanky pussy, if you know what I mean. But, anyway, I don't know how that went on a tangent. I went so far on a tangent from that one, I don't know. But, I'm here to entertain you. And at least I try to. But I digress. Anyway, alright, so Shinsuke Nakamura Cody 2 next week. And we'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we get to our next match, which very, little scary moment of Raw tonight. So we had a tag team match play up between Kofi Kingston! Or Kofi Claus, as was 2 weeks ago. So Kofi teams up with main event Jey Uso as they take on Imperium of Marcel Barthel and Fabian Aichner, as Walter is taking some time off. Once again, congratulations to Walter and his wife Ginny. Beautiful baby boy. So that's why Walter is taking some time off to be with his wife and his new son. He'll probably be back in about a couple weeks. Before the Rumble. He'll definitely be back by the Rumble. But, taking some time off now. But anyway, this match, like I said, wasn't that great. But anyway, Kofi is in shorts and sneakers. So I think somebody might have stole his gear. Or maybe that was his gear. I'm on Twitter. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, is Kofi wearing swim trunks? And sneakers? Like, I think you're in the wrong venue, dude. But anyway, Kofi flips out of Fabian Aichner's armbar to start. But Fabian takes him into the corner anyway. And then Marcel Barthel comes in, starts hammering away on Kofi, sending Kofi into the other corner as we go to break. We come back, Kofi drop kicks Marcel Barthel, Fabian Aichner out of mid-air, and then the bell rang. I'm like, what just happened? The match is over. Everybody's like, what the fuck's going on? The fans are like, what's going on? And then we see replays, and what happened? Kofi hit Fabian Aichner right in the mush, and then on the way down, I think Fabian Aichner messed up the bump. I guess he took the bump wrong, because when you see the video, his head, bam, smacked on the back of the mat. So I think he got a concussion, and the referee's like, that's it, he's done. So the match ends in a no contest, and very nasty looking fall right there. But the doctors were right there, so that's very good, because this guy got a lot worse. So they took, the match ends, Kofi and Jay, who basically did nothing, get the win, I guess? I wouldn't even call it a win, I just call it, well, match ended. So, but, good thing is, once Fabian Aichner walked away with the doctor, the trainer, under his own power, he's okay, but I think he's going into concussion protocol, so I don't know if he's going to be back next week. I guess we have to see how the rest of the week goes for him. So, probably won't be back next week, probably be back maybe by the Rumble, I don't know. But we'll see, but, it sucks that this match had to end that way, and, but, See, people that say that wrestling is fake? Call that fake? You want to call somebody getting a concussion fake? Cry me a fucking river, you fucking pieces of shit. I want to see you take the same exact bump. See how you feel. Fuck you, motherfuckers. That's that. But to Fabian Aichner, a speedy recovery, my friend. From one great Italian to another. And that's it. Speedy recovery, my friend. Because you don't want to see things like that. Like, really, could have been really serious, too. But, thankfully, the referee was there, called the match off. So, props to the referee. Props to the doctors and the medics that were on hand. Right then and there. And he stopped the match, sent him to the back to get the treatment. But he walked away under his own power, and that's all that matters. So, we'll see what happens with that. So, I didn't have to rate the match. Anyway. So, big relief, because this could have got a lot scarier. Could have got whiplash, possible broken neck, You don't want nothing like that to happen. But move on. Alright, there we get a video for Ivy Nile as she takes on Mommy Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. And a little later. Look at that. And then we go to Miz TV with The Miz. And his guests are the Judgment Day. So they come out minus Mommy Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest and Finn Balor. So basically, Miz introduces them, but nobody comes out. And then R-Fool comes out. Or R-False, R-Truth. He comes out, and Miz is like, what are you doing here? And Truth insists that the team was behind him, but they slipped away. Yeah, right. And then Miz asks if Truth is seeing invisible people again. And then Truth's like, what do you mean, little Jimmy? Where is he? Where's little Jimmy? Little Jimmy! I was like, all we need in this segment is Alex Riley. Really? 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 Riley! Jimmy! All we needed was Alex Riley. I think he's in the NWA now. I don't even know where he is now. Who cares? So anyway. So they sit down. Because there's only, I don't know why, there was one guest chair. So Miz asks him what exactly he does for the Judgment Day. And it actually turns out that Truth does a lot of things. Like trying to make the team even more popular. No. And thankfully, I hate saying this, but thankfully, JD McStupido and Dominic Guerrero, they come out and say, alright, that's it, this is over. But Truth brings up JD McStupido losing 2 weeks ago, and technically was thrown out of Judgment Day, but then Poppy Priest said, oh, you can stay in, but you're under a tight leash. And then Dom tries to talk and gets booed out of the building with the piped-in freaking booze over and over and over again. And then, pretty much, Miz, he finally says, asks Miz how bad his 2023 went. Talks about Miz losing not once but twice to Walter for the Intercontinental title. So Miz like, oh, you want to talk about moments? Well, your lone moment there, Dom, was getting spanked by your dad at WrestleMania. Then he got whipped by CM Punk over the holidays on the holiday tour, especially at Madison Square Garden in LA over the weekend. Not that it mattered, nobody gave a shit about those matches. So then Dom was like, alright, that's it. I'm pissed. It's like, we're gonna have a tag team match, playo. How about me and JD McStupido take on you and R-Truth? So Truth's like, wait a minute. Can't do that. Do we have to team up? I want to team up with these guys. And but Miz is like, nope. You're teaming up with me. And then he asks the crowd, who wants to see the reuniting of the Awesome Truth? Yay! I'm like, aww. They're not heel! That was great when Awesome Truth with heels back in 2012 when R-Truth was smoking a cigarette on live TV and then putting it out on John Morrison's back. That was hilarious. I loved heel Truth. That was great. I loved it. Kind of reminded me of heel R-Truth, Ron Killings back in the early days of TNA. That was good Truth. This Truth is corny, cringe, boring. And then Miz being, the great heel that he was, remember when they basically hijacked, I think it was that Hell in a Cell match with Cena, I forgot who, I think it was Cena and Edge, or I forgot who was in that Hell in a Cell match, I think it was that Survivor Series, not Survivor Series, it was that Hell in a Cell, whatever the event that was, where they just beat the living shit out of Cena, and everybody else, and then 6,000 cops came out and arrested them, and then Triple H just starts beating the fuck out of The Miz. And then Cena had to call Dwayne to team up with him at the Survivor Series in New York, which I was at, by the way. Which led to, I think it was the prelude to WrestleMania 29. Cena and The Rock, 28, I think. No, 29, I was right, the first time. I think it was 28, 29, whatever it was. The first Rock Cena, not the second one. But you get what I'm getting at. So I was hoping, we get the heel version of Awesome Group, and now we get the face version, which sucks. So get that. JD McStupido tries for a clothesline, and Miz and Truth clear the ring. Everybody's happy. So I gave the segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we get to the match, which was boring in itself. Getting near the end, JD McStupido gets in a headbutt, circa 1905, and then tags in R-Truth. I'm like, wait a minute, what? And then Judgment Day is not sure what the hell is going on. I'm like, what? I don't even know what's going on here. But the referee's like, I'll allow it. Like the great Mills Insane, you great man, you. I'll allow it. And Truth accidentally hits JD McStupido, and then Miz hits the skull-crushing finale, and then right before Truth hit JD McStupido, he's like, I'm sorry, Miz, I love you. I'm like, really? We had to go to WrestleMania 25? 26? Where Shawn Michaels, before he super kicked Ric Flair and beat him to end his career? I'm sorry, I love you. Super kick, done. So basically kind of did that, but without the super kick. So yeah, so Miz hits the skull-crushing finale on JD McStupido, 1, 2, 3, in under 7.5 minutes. This match mercifully ends, and the match I gave 2 out of 5 stars. I did not give one single solitary fuck about it. Let me move on with that. Alright. Then we go to the club, where we see the Dancing Queens, Kaden Carter and Casey Catanzaro. They're having some fun with their friends. partying it up, dancing, and then the former women's tag team champions, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, they invade the club, and everyone's like, what the fuck are these people doing here? And basically, Chelsea's like, well, I went to Nicholas Aldis, and we're invoking our rematch clause, so that match will be next Monday night on the program. So, more bickering happens, and then, Kane's like, well, we don't care, drinks are on us, or drinks are on you, or some shit like that. They throw the drinks in their face, and then, it's like, and then, like security comes in, Chelsea wants them to get thrown out of the club, and then eventually they got thrown out of the club anyway. I thought it was ridiculously dumb. Anyway, to get, these tag team belts are going to feel like a hot potato all the way to WrestleMania. Hopefully, the Kabuki Warriors get it at WrestleMania, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But, yeah, that segment was boring as fuck, and I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. And we move on. Alright, then we go to a video of Mommy Rhea Ripley getting ready for her title defense against Ivy Nile, and she basically says, I'm ready to hurt her. Well, straight to the point. Get that. Alright, so then we go to the title match for the Raw Women's Championship. Mommy Rhea Ripley against Ivy Nile, which wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Just under 12-minute match. Ivy gave it her all. There was times that she was this close to winning. But we're getting to the end. And, Abyssal Dropkick gives Rhea a near fall. Ivy comes back with a suplex of her own for the near fall. Excuse me. Mommy drops her with a face buster. Then a clothesline followed by a belly-to-back face plant. That's something you don't see every day for a near fall. Ivy then catches Rhea on top, and then pulls Rhea face first into the turnbuckle. Ow! Grabs a bottom rope German superplex. A superplex from the bottom rope. I wouldn't call that a superplex. I just call it a bottomplex. We'll call it something else besides a superplex. I mean, superplex is like tippy top, But anyway, she gets that. Mommy Rhea Ripley barely kicked out at 2.999999995. And then Ivy goes up, looking to finish Rhea off, but gets headbutted out of mid-air for a very nasty crash. And then Rhea picks her up, hits Riptide. 1, 2, 3, Rhea Ripley still your reigning, defending, undefeated Women's World Champion. That's it, till further notice. So, she's just running through the entire division, and I don't know who's next. At this point, I think it might be Becky, but I don't know. I don't even know what she's doing at the Rumble. At this point, maybe, I wouldn't do, I don't know if they would do it, but Nia Jax, has been running through everybody, so why don't you just do, I don't want to see it. I think they already did it, maybe, I don't know, but Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax maybe run it back again, but who wants to see that? So you got a problem in the Raw Women's Division. Like, who's gonna beat Mommy Rhea Ripley? And if it's not Becky, if she has to win the Rumble or the Elimination Chamber, I'm thinking maybe it might be Bayley or Bianca, but I would think Bianca probably be the one. Bayley, maybe not, but I mean, let's see. I think if Bayley does win the Rumble, she's gonna face Io instead, because when they eventually kick her out, Bayley's gonna be on an island with or without Sasha, but There are stories. I mean, this Sasha Banks thing, Mercedes Moné thing, is getting confusing by the day. I mean, I mentioned it yesterday on my New Year's Eve show that I figured Sasha and the WWE, their talks fell through. But was that a ploy, like what they did with CM Punk? Like, oh, we're not talking, the talks are done, and then next thing you know, CM Punk's at the Survivor Series. So everybody's like, oh, no, yeah, we've seen this before. I've seen this movie before. And they said, oh, the talks have fell through, and then next thing you know, Sasha's number 30 at the Rumble, and there was a leaked sheet of all the women in the Rumble. Sasha was number 30. And now, the stories are coming out today that Sasha might be signing with AEW. But haven't we heard that before, too? I mean, if Sasha's not there on Dynamite this week, or at Battle of the Belts, I don't believe these stories for one bit, and I'm going to go with my gut in that, and Sasha will be appearing at the Rumble. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Sasha at Wrestle Kingdom. I doubt it, but wouldn't be surprised if she's there. She might appear at Impact's Hard to Kill, because they are mentioning a major signing. So I mean, we could see Mercedes Moné in Impact, and she could also sign with AEW if she wanted to. I don't know if, Scott D'Amore and Tony Khan still had that agreement. I think that fell through like about a year or two ago. Because we haven't really seen anybody from Impact come over to AEW lately. I think that was like a one-and-done thing. That kind of failed. And like Kenny went over and defended the belts, and Christian came over, defended the Impact title, and lost. But I mean, it is what it is. So I don't know if that agreement's still going or it's not. But I would say maybe Mercedes goes to Impact, teams back up with Naomi, Trinity, goes after the women's tag team belts, the Knockouts tag team belts. Really rubs into the face of Vince of WWE. And then in turn, maybe she signs with AEW, but if she does, I would really have her on every fucking week. You can't just sign her and then, oh, we signed Mercedes Moné, she's there for the debut, or maybe the debut maybe should be on Collision or Rampage. I don't know why Rampage. Maybe a Rampage or two, but I mean, you gotta showcase her. That's a big, huge star, like Saraya was, but they didn't show her a lot. I thought that was dumb. You have a former Divas champion in Paige, and you barely even promoted her when she first debuted. And then you give her the title, she loses it the same fucking week, back to Sheeta, and then in turn Sheeta lost to the Toni Storm. And then Paige is teaming up with Ruby Soho and taking some pins here and there, even though Ruby was taking most of the pins. And then she lost to Rio. Nothing bad to say about Rio. I mean, she's, a certain guy's waifu. But I would have went with Toni Storm and Paige at the next at World's End. That's what I would have done. But I really think Tony Khan's dropped the ball completely with the women's division in AEW and in Ring of Honor. I mean, who's going to beat Athena for the women's championship at this point? Woo! I don't know. Unless they bring somebody over from the main roster, AEW main roster, like Britt Baker. I doubt Britt Baker, or they get Thunder Rosa. That's the only logical choice. Then again, maybe Mariah May, but I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that, but I mean, the match itself, no. I'd like to see Mariah May win the women's title, not the official AEW Women's Championship. I'd rather her maybe win the Ring of Honor Women's Championship or the TV Championship. But I think I think Billy Starks is definitely going to win the Ring of Honor Women's TV title. Not that they need that stupid belt anyway, but. And then Tony Khan at the media scrum for World's End was asked about women's tag team titles. He's like, oh, that might be a good idea. I'm like, oh, no. More belts that won't get defended. Come on. Come on. I'm getting a headache. Just what we need. More belts that don't get defended and everybody's a champion for like 6,000 days. I mean, Athena's been over 1+ year as Ring of Honor Women's Champion. I mean, now finally we got new Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions in the Kingdom, which I predicted since the summertime. Pretty much since when Adam Cole and MJF won those tag team belts, I was like, yup, the Kingdom are going to be the next ones to win. I was hoping the Righteous, but, they didn't. But I just knew it was going to be Taven and Mike Bennett. And I was right. And I was right that Adam Cole was the devil. But I know everybody else like, oh, but I said that too. But I said it months before you did. I pretty much said it since before All In. That Adam Cole is going to turn on MJF. So, listen to the man who's been watching wrestling for over 40 some odd years. 44 years, actually, at this point. Long time. I know a lot of things, man. I don't know a lot of things from the early 80s. I pretty much know stuff from the early NWA, AWA, up until now. The Golden Era, the stupid New Generation era, the Attitude Era, the Monday Night Wars, the birth of ECW, the birth of TNA, not much of the birth of TNA, and not really much of TNA in itself, but still, Ring of Honor. People like, oh, you were on that trivia thing, and you freaking couldn't get that question right. You say you know Ring of Honor. I had the question half right, by the way. They wanted to be more specific. Larry Legend, the guy that he is. He gave me the question right. So technically, I would have went to the finals in that little trivia contest. But I needed to be more specific. I did say Ladder War 3, which was the last actual event in the Grand Ballroom, but he wanted the event, and I couldn't think of the event. And it was Death. I think it was Death. It was Death Before Dishonor or Glory by Honor. It was Glory by Honor. So I had it partially right, so I get credit. So, but everybody's like, oh, you don't know anything about Ring of Honor. I bet you wouldn't even know that either. But I knew the question before that, who was the longest reigning Ring of Honor World Champion in history and how many days. I knew that was Samoa Joe at over 600 days. I knew that easily. The kid didn't even know. He's like, I don't know. So he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And anybody know? And I go, Samoa Joe, 600 days, over 600 days. I'm like, you, sir, are correct. It's like, can I go to the finals? No. That's the question. Fuck! I mean, it would have been fun to win. I would have won that. I should have won that contest. I kind of regret having a senior moment, if you will, and forgetting the event. I had the match correct, but the event I had wrong. So I couldn't even get partial credit. So it went to, the kid, after that. Because the guy got eliminated, then it was just me and the kid, basically in the finals, like, that guy won. And all I got was, I was like, go to the merch stand, we'll get you free merch. I'm like, okay. So I got a whole bunch of, I got an Adam Cole shirt for free, I got a Buck shirt for free, got some streamers. don't come at me saying, oh, you don't know nothing about wrestling. I know way more than you do. Then why did you go on to debate us? I'm like, I don't need to debate you in a boring as fuck Ring of Honor trivia contest. Come on now. Not no way, not no how. But if they ever did that again, I would sign myself up for that again, and I would hopefully I'm saying I'm gonna win, but I will redeem myself. But they don't do it no more. As far as I know, then they'll never do it again. And I was lucky to even get picked. I didn't think it was gonna even get picked. They were say, hey, anybody want to do a trivia contest? I'm like, I'll do it. Why not? Why not? Why not? They did it. I got in early. It was like, oh fuck! So they did it right in the freaking lobby of the Hammerstein Ballroom. Didn't last that long. And then right after that, after I lost, I got my merch, and then I got my drink, and then I sat my ass down and watched some wrestling. And then I saw Larry Legend after the show. I'm like, dude, I knew it. I had it in the back of my head. I just couldn't think of which one it was. And then until you told me, it was like, oh, but you did a good job. I'm like, yeah, I know. Embarrassed myself. Ugh. Anyway, it is what it is. All right, blah 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 blah. All right, so Mommy Rhea Ripley gets the win. I don't know who's going to beat her at this point. It might be Bianca. It might be Bayley. It might be Becky. Who knows? At this point, I don't know. That's it. Let's stop. Alright, then it's time. We get right near the end of the second hour, going to the third hour. And it's time for the return of a former WWE champion. And it is... And we all thought it was going to be, like, somebody big. And then we hear the music of... Jinder My Balls. Jinder Mahal. I'm like, the modern-day Maharaja. I'm like, aww. And you can just tell the crowd was about like, alright, that's it. We're going home. The ratings go down. They went way down. I was like, aw, really? Jinder, I mean, it could have been anybody else, but Jinder. Don't hinder Jinder, but Jinder My Balls, really? And the freaking commentator's like, if this is the guy, if this is the announcement, I'm leaving. I'm like, oh shit. That's sad. But anyway, so Jinder My Balls gets on, I don't know why they even gave him a mic. He gets on the mic, and even he was disappointed. And then he starts bragging about his success. Like, I was the champion for 6 months. The modern day Maharaja. Blah, blah, blah. So he rants about how divided the United States is right now. He's like, oh, I want to unify. I want to be a unifier. I'm like, dude, you're from Canada. Shut the fuck up. You want to unify something? Go to Canada. Get that idiot Trudeau out of office. You're gonna try to unify America? Sure. A certain guy named Donald Trump would want to have a word with you, sir. What are you trying to do here? I'm trying to unify the country. I'm going to do it. Not you, not Joe Biden, not Ron DeSantis, and not Kamala Harris. It's going to be me, Donald Trump, November 2024. It's going to be huge. Please vote for me. Going to make America great again. Again. Going to be huge. And if you don't like it, you're fine. That's it. Alright, so then he starts talking in Punjabi. All we needed was the Great Khali to come out. I mean, that would have been worse. I mean, he is a former WWE champion, too. And he has a kid. Who knew in 2023, 2024, a big, tall fuck like the Great Khali, who thinks everything is like poopy, he had a kid. congrats to you, dude. God forbid he grows up to be like 7'6" or whatever. Crazy. Then he's all happy that the fans are united in booing him. And then he starts singing the national anthem in Punjabi. I'm like, oh. I was just like ready to go, send for the man! I wasn't gonna call a hook. I was gonna like get the Macho Man if you watch Botchamania. Get the Macho Man to come out. Macho Man, he's savage. Get the hook. Get the Macho Man to come out and like beat the fucking crap out of Jinder Mahal. So he does that and talks about how he's different than foreigners like the Iron Sheik who exposed America for what it is. What? What? You mocking the Iron Sheik, Sheiky baby? The man who fucks people in the ass and make him humble. Really now? Mentioning the late great Iron Sheik? Oh boy. And then he starts talking in Punjabi, and then we hear, if you smell what the Rock is cooking, and everybody's like, ah! Freaking place explodes. And if you saw Samantha Irvin's reaction, oh, she almost fell out of her seat. Ah, oh shit, it's The Rock! So yeah, anyway, Dwayne comes out to a humongous reaction. Takes his sweet-ass time going to the ring. So you knew the women's match that was coming up later, that women's number one contender match was going to get like 5 minutes. Thanks, Dwayne. So anyway, he finally gets in the ring, after jumping up and down on the freaking ropes. Oh, look at me on The Rock! And then Michael Cole's like, I can't believe it's The Rock! He's going nuts. I'm like, he's fucking marking out, coming in his pants. I'm like, calm down, Cole. If Pat McAfee was there, he'd probably be doing the same fucking shit. But Pat McAfee was never a WWE champion, so. Sorry, Cole. So anyway, finally, The Rock gets on the mic and it says, Jinder, you're in big trouble, mister. As Michelle Tanner would say. Anyway. And so The Rock's like, Jinder, you're right about one thing. I'm not their Iron Sheik. And then he starts doing a Iron Sheik impression, which sucked. Then he tells Jinder why he absolutely sucks. And then he's still talking. Then he's like, oh, what's that, Sheiky baby? What that? Oh, fuck him in the ass and make him home. I'm like, really, dude? Shut the fuck up. Starts talking, like, thinks he's talking to the Iron Sheik. And she talks to The Rock, tells him what to say, and basically he said that Jinder is the biggest asshole on God's green earth. And no one likes him, and he's not funny. And The Rock's like, well, if you were in one of Rock's movies, it would be Baywatch. Yeah, one of those lesser movies that suck, right? Why don't you put him in Doom? Or any one of those stupid movies he made. Besides Fast and Furious and maybe a couple, like Scorpion King. Anything else kind of sucks. San Andreas was okay, nothing great, but Baywatch, yeah, I agree with Baywatch. I would have said Doom. That movie sucked with him in it. I'm like, why is he even in it? And wasn't he in G.I. Joe? I think he was in G.I. Joe. I don't even know. Who cares? And then Jinder's like, I never seen Baywatch. and then The Rock's like, well, nobody else did. Shut your mouth when The Rock is talking to you. I'm like, oh, God, here comes the cringe. He's like, it doesn't matter if you watch Baywatch. I'm like, shut up. I'm like, somebody cut his mic. So anyway, Rock goes on about why America is great, doesn't want to hear Jinder call himself the modern day Maharaja anymore. And instead, he calls Jinder the day one douchebag, and then we get like 15 minutes of day one douchebag, day one douchebag. I'm like, oh. And then we get a version of the national anthem, which was so cringe. Talk about steroids. I'm like, really? Yeah, they go there. Jokes about Mahal doing steroids. And then Jinder got really pissed off about that. I don't blame him. And then they start a big fight. Jinder's beating Rock down the corner. Eventually the Rock comes back. Hits the Spine Buster. Then the worst electrifying move in the history of the sport. The people's douchebag elbow. And then Jinder gets beat up. He leaves the ring. And then the Rock, I thought that was it. I was like, good, the segment's over, thank the Lord. But Rock is back on the mic. I'm like, oh. Talks about going to get something to eat in San Diego. He's hungry. I mean, he's like, when I go out, should I go sit at a booth? Yeah, I like sitting at a booth. Should I go to the bar? I like to drink. I like going to bars. Or should I sit down at the head of the table? And it was like, what? And they go, Rocky. I'm like, oh no, you didn't. You did not just say the head of the table, meaning Roman, did you? Oh, now everybody's like, oh, it's happening. Roman versus The Rock at Mania. I'm like, well, at least it would be better than Roman versus Cody. But, I guess finally, he's saying finally, Roman versus The Rock probably be starting up. The feud is going to be starting up. People want it to happen at the Elimination Chamber. Why? I know, because Australia wants The Rock. But that match does not scream freaking Australia. That does not scream Elimination Chamber. That match is a must-see WrestleMania match. If they do this at the Elimination Chamber, I am not giving a flying fuck. You have to do this at Mania. You have to. Because where's the last time they actually met in the ring? Oh, that's right. Philly. I think in 2019. I forgot what year. I know it was in Philly, but I forgot what year. So, what other logical place to do this, again, in the ring, WrestleMania Night 2, for the Undisputed Championship. And Rock ain't gonna win. He's not winning. Why would they make Rock win and end a historic streak? Kind of like when he beat Punk at the Rumble, when Punk was going on that year-plus run, like some summer Punk 2000, we lost about 2012 or 13, I think. No, I think it was 12. No, wait. Yeah, I think it was 13. He beat Punk, and then ended his reign, and then lost it to guess who? Oh, that's right, Cena. Because he wasn't going to hold that belt for long. He held it for a month and a half? So they were going to make Rock beat a guy to beat Roman and then lose it probably at Payback? I'm like, why? I really hope they don't do that. Again. We're gonna do this 11 years later? Again? Oh, somebody's the long-term champ. Here comes The Rock to screw us all. Fuck The Rock. Fuck you, Dwayne Johnson. Fuck you. Now it's on, baby. Now it's gonna happen. So get ready in about 2 months, a little more over 3 months from now. Get ready to get smashed, stacked, pinned by the one and only Tribal Chief. And you will, after the match, I want you to do this, Dwayne. I want you to get your broken ass up and acknowledge the greatest of all, well, I would say the greatest of all time, but the greatest man in the history of the sport next to The Undertaker. I want you to acknowledge Roman Reigns after the match, because he is going to beat your ass, break Hogan's record in September, and then probably lose to Punk at WrestleMania 41. But that night, not happy either. But if we all know, Cody's pissed now. Cody is rightfully pissed. He's like, oh, my spot is taken by the fucking Rock. So, how am I going to get to Roman? Well, you can't now, because you're not winning the Rumble. Most likely not winning the Rumble. And now the Elimination Chamber is kind of a pipe dream. Unless they do a triple threat. Which, I mean, who wants to see that? Rock versus Roman versus Cody. Then you know one of them is going to take the pin. Roman's going to beat both of them. I mean, it feels like WrestleMania 30... I think it was 37 or... Yeah, 37 all over again when Roman beat Edge and Bryan Danielson. Smash, stack, pin them. It would have had that feel, but I really think if Cody gets in the Elimination Chamber, he should lose. But then again, if they really want to do Rock versus Roman at the Elimination Chamber, which I still don't think they should do, but if they do it, Roman will win, and then go on to face Cody at Mania, and beat him anyway. So, I mean, pick your poison, WWE, what do you want to do? What I would really do is, why don't you just do Roman versus Cody at the Chamber, have Roman beat his ass, again, and then Roman goes to Mania, beats the fuck out of The Rock, and then maybe you still do it. If you want to do a chamber match, just do it for the Intercontinental title. You don't have to do it for you can't do it for the world title because Punk's got that shot already, unless he defends the shot, which I think would be dumb in an Elimination Chamber match. But I would just have the I know there's going to be 2 Elimination Chambers. One's going to be for the women, obviously. Probably that match might be for either Rhea Ripley's title or Io's title. And then for the men, it either should be for the tag team belts, which I'd love to see that, a tag team Elimination Chamber match, or they do it for the U.S. title or the Intercontinental title. Can't do it for the world title. And they might do it for Roman's title. I mean, but who knows? But what I would do as a booker, I would keep Roman and The Rock at Mania, and just like fuck Cody, or have Cody face Roman at the Elimination Chamber. I was thinking, having Roman defend the belt inside the Elimination Chamber. I mean, because he's been pretty much doing it facing guys one-on-one. Now he's probably going to have a fatal 4-way at the Rumble with Randy, Eli Drake, and AJ. And Roman's going to beat all 3 of them easily. Why not beat 5 other guys to get to Mania? I know he's going to be all broken down by then, but but he's got a month to prepare, and he probably won't even after the Chamber, which I think is at the end of February. I think it's February 25th. He's got a whole month to freaking heal up before The Rock, and it's April the 7th, so it's basically got a little over a month. And he doesn't even have to be on TV. He can do live via satellite promos. I know he has to come back at the probably at the SmackDown before WrestleMania, which will be in Philly anyway with the Hall of Fame. So you could have Roman on the show just talking to The Rock. I don't know how they're going to play this off, but it looks like we're going to get Rock versus Roman. I hope at Mania, but I'm having a feeling, and I don't like it, they're gonna do this in Australia. And if they do, it doesn't matter if it's in Australia or in Philadelphia. Roman's gonna whip his ass, because now he committed career suicide. So Nice knowing you, Dwayne, after whatever date you face Roman. Would it be February 25th or April 7th? You're gonna get smashed, stacked, pinned. You'll go back to Hollywood, make another boring as fuck movie that nobody watches, unless it's Fast and Furious 11, 12, 13, whatever number it's up to now. You do another boring as fuck movie, and nobody gives a shit. You're out. You're done. Get out of here. Bye. Bye-bye. Nice knowing you. Go do your stupid XFL crap. That'll fail. I mean, if it failed twice with Vince McMahon, how do you think The Rock's gonna do? Rock can't do anything right. His TV show lasted 3 seasons. So how bad do you think the XFL is gonna be? Probably pretty bad. Nobody's gonna watch. I don't give a shit about the XFL. I did when it first came out, but now I could care less. Not even real football. Just garbage football. The USFL is better than the XFL. Not sad saying that. What it is. Alright, we move on. Alright, so the Rock segment I gave 3 out of 5 stars. I'll just be generous and give it 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get to the women. Like I said, it got 5.5 minutes because of Dwayne. So we had Tegan Nox and Natalya taking on Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. The winner gets becomes number 1 contenders to the women's tag team belts. Short and sweet. Zoe and Shayna get the win after Zoe hits the Z360 on Tegan Nox. Basically, they just whooped their ass. And it was in the death slot of all spots, the death slot. And they get the win. So I guess at the Royal Rumble, we'll see Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter taking on Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. I think we're going to get a title change. And then, I think we might get, maybe at the Elimination Chamber, we'll get Zoe Stark and Shayna against Asuka and Kairi. They win the belts. And then, maybe at WrestleMania, we'll get Asuka and Kairi taking on the Witches of SmackDown, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. I hope they don't lose the belts. I like for them to go on a humongously long reign. I mean, give Asuka a fucking win at WrestleMania, please. That's all I ask. All I ask is at least 1 or 2 before she hangs it up. I mean, she's getting close to 40, I think. Asuka's getting close to 40. And Kairi's, I think Kairi's like around 30, I think. Still fucking hot. I don't care. Ito's like 20, 30 something now, I think. They're all around 30, close to 40 anyway. But I still freaking lay down that pipe. My Asian chicks, man, I love it. We love you long time! I know. No wonder Rose is jealous and she has to, take me to the woodshed. It's like, you don't do those chicks anymore! You do me! I'm your wife! I'm like, yeah, okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Just don't chopping my pee-pee! Man, you've been loving it for almost 16 years. I mean, you don't want to miss that. Come on now. I mean, nobody wants to miss that. I mean, if I was with Rosa or wasn't with anybody else, they wouldn't want to miss that. Because Italians are great lovers, my friends. It's a proven fact. Italian men are the greatest lovers in the world. As far as women, I have no idea. I can't even look that up. But if I had the chance, I would. But I don't have much time. But in any case, blah 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. But if I had to take a guess at probably the for best nationality of females that are great lovers, I'd probably put a tie between Japanese chicks and Puerto Rican chicks. Because, I mean, forget it. Japanese chicks will just go to town on you. I mean, especially, sucking that dick. They go to town. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, Puerto Rican chicks, whew. Filipino chicks, they just go to town on your dick. I mean, no disrespect to American chicks. I mean, all those porn actresses, they just go to town. I mean, if your name's not Kimmy Granger, then you don't know, and then going to just ramming her ass on your dick. I mean, come on, Jesus Christ, you better have life insurance. You fuck Kimmy Granger, forget it. Or Asa Akira too. I mean, forget it. Any of those hot, well-known porn chicks, man, you better have life insurance. Because they'll just like sit on your dick, cowgirl or reverse cowgirl, and forget it. I mean, you'd probably be done in like 2 minutes, and then she's like, "Fuck you," you know. I mean, what are you gonna do, man? I mean, it was me. I probably wouldn't even last a minute with those chicks. But, I'll give it a good old try. I'll give her I would try my best to hold it in as best I could. You know what I mean? I'd have to go a few rounds. You know what I mean? I might have to, tap out in the first round, and then I'm like, all right, I'm ready for round 2. Let's go. And then we'll go 2, 3, 4, 5. If I have to, she can keep, if they can keep up with me for about 5, 6 rounds. Not in succession, but, take a break once in a while, But, in any case, we move on. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so Shayna Baszler and Tegan Knox get the win. Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler get the win. And, we'll see what happens with that. Natalia's not pleased, so, they're gonna break up. Nobody cares. And that's it. Alright, then we go to your main event of the evening after a video for Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. We get to the match, which is pretty damn good. I would have done this at the Rumble, but still. 18-minute match. Hard-hitting match. They go to the floor a few times. We get super white noise by McIntyre. Then a neck breaker. Loads up the Claymore, gets counted into a sit-up powerbomb by Seth for a near fall. Then a low super kick. Then Seth hits the pedigree for a 2.9999995. And then both men are down, so we get a double down. Then the music of Damian Priest, Poppy Priest in the bank. He comes out with Dom Dom to the ring. He's about to cash in. And, after he blasts Rollins in the face. He's about to cash in, and Drew's like, you ain't doing it. Smashes Damian into the ringside area. Throws Dom Dom. He launched him into space, basically. So that kind of thwarted the cash-in attempt again. I don't know when Poppy Priest is gonna cash in. He's gonna lose anyway. So what's the point of? Everyone's like, yeah, you should win. Now, no, he should have won. I hate these teases. I hate it. I want him to just cash in and lose, or God forbid he wins. Don't do it on Roman, though, but, But anyway. So he takes care of Judgment Day, hits the Claymore on Seth, goes for the cover. He goes for the cover, and stupid Drew McIntyre pins him right near the rope, so he pins him, and Rollins' foot is right on the rope, and the referee, barely saw it. I was like, that's a rookie mistake, Drew McIntyre. You're like a 12, 13, 15-year veteran, and you do something like that. So, Drew can't believe it. He goes to the outside, rips up the announce table, puts Rollins on it. I think he was trying for a powerbomb or something on the announce table. Rollins comes back, hits the pedigree on the announcer's table, which does not break. I am the table! And then I think he did another move on the table, which still didn't break. I am the table again! They get back in the ring. Seth hits the stomp. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins stays and retains the World Heavyweight Championship in 18 minutes. Match was pretty good. Gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Pretty much your match of the night. And you're a good thing on the show. And we get that. And it ends Monday Night Raw as Poppy Priest is pissed to end the show. And that's pretty much it. But all in all, even we got with that great segment, the Rock segment was cringe. Some of the other matches weren't that good. I mean, Mommy Rhea Ripley and Ivy Nile, pretty good. Not great, but good. That's pretty much it. Everything else, I just couldn't get into. I wasn't entertained that much. So, my final rating for Raw, I'm sorry guys, but I'm giving it a 6 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you guys think of the show down below in the comments section. And, that's it. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to bed because I am dead fucking tired. And I got things to do tomorrow besides work. And, I gotta work a little bit late tomorrow because, you know, it's coming off New Year's. I work a little bit later tomorrow. Got like 1 o'clock, so I'm gonna get a few hours of work done. Get some stuff done, and then got some errands to run. I gotta clean the house a little bit more, and then pretty much after that, I'm gonna take a nap. Gonna have my lunch, and then finish work, have a nap, and then get ready for NXT New Year's Evil. And I'll do the review tomorrow on my Peter Joseph channel. So check that out. And you can also check out my New Year's Day video, my first video of 2024, in the description box below. And that's pretty much it. So, alright, that's it. So once again, 6 out of 10 stars for Monday Night Raw, the Day 1 edition of Raw. So, we're off and running in 2024. We got NXT New Year's Evil coming up later tomorrow night. Dynamite Wednesday night from the Prudential Center. And then early Thursday morning, we got Wrestle Kingdom 18. And then early Friday morning, we got New Year's Dash. I'm not watching. I might watch a little bit of it. I'm not going to review it. But I will review Wrestle Kingdom probably Friday morning. Not Friday morning, Friday afternoon. And then get you ready for SmackDown and Rampage. And I'll do a review of that. And then Saturday, well, we'll see what happens on Saturday. Because I might do my year in review video that I went to do today, really this past weekend. But I'm going to do it this coming weekend. Talk about what happened last year. And mention a little bit what happened this week. And then that'll be it. Early Saturday, because I got to go out Saturday night with some friends. And that's pretty much it. And then I might do the Collision review on Sunday afternoon before the Niners game. And then that'll be it for the week. And then we start all new on next Monday night on Raw. And then we keep going through the rest of January. And we got that. The Royal Rumble's coming up. And then February's coming up. We got NXT Vengeance Day. Then we got the Super Bowl coming up. And then at the end of February, we got we have the Elimination Chamber, which is going to be at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm not watching that. I'm watching a replay. So, Sunday, probably for that afternoon of the pay-per-view. I don't even think I'm going to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning just to watch that shit. I really don't want to. I don't even think people are going to, watch Collision and then go right to bed and then get up like 5:30 in the morning. Like, hey, I'm going to make a pot of coffee and I'm going to do a 3-4 hour watch along for the Elimination Chamber from 6 to 10 to 11 o'clock in the morning. Then I'm going to take a long as fuck nap. Oh, but wait, I got to do another 2-hour poke show. Don't even bother watching at 6:30 in the morning. What I would do if I was a content creator doing live streams and a watch along, I would do a live watch along of the replay. Like at 1 o'clock. Do a replay. To watch the replay. That's what I would do. But I mean, if diehard, people that do all these watch-alongs for pay-per-views want to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and do a fucking watch-along when everybody's pretty much asleep, unless you're in the West Coast or in Australia. You're watching it live. You're there live, watching it live in Australia. If you're in Japan, you get to watch it around the same time. But for us, we're getting it like I don't know, like 6:30 in the morning. I don't know what time it's gonna be. I really don't know. That's why. I mean, I'm glad they're going to Australia, but it feels like we're watching Japan. It's gonna be on tape delay. Kind of like tape delay, but I mean, we're gonna have to watch, like, stay up. Especially Wrestle Kingdom, you have to stay up to like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning for Wrestle Kingdom, which lasts like about 2.5 hours anyway, 2.5, 3 hours. So by the time it ends, like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and then God forbid you gotta go to work the next day, I would call out the next day. I'm like, fuck that, man. Like, I'm taking the day off. I'm going to watch Wrestle Kingdom. Don't tell the boss that, but just say I can't make it. I got a doctor appointment. I don't recommend, telling the boss, like, hey, I need a day off. I'm watching Wrestle Kingdom. What's that? We need you tomorrow. We need you. We need you at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, fuck. Then you're going to have to watch like an hour of the show, get a quick nap, and then get your ass to work at 7 o'clock in the morning. Because you don't want to get fired. So, either take the day, try to get the day off, or if you have the day off, you don't have to worry about it. Which for me, I set my own schedule, so. But it is what it is. Actually, I have a set schedule, but tomorrow, this week I have my own schedule. Next Monday, I start a new schedule, so. But it is what it is. I have a better job than you, so fuck you. But that's it. Alright, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Happy New Year once again to everybody on well, not everybody, but all my good friends on YouTube, all the new friends I made last year. Hopefully I'll meet some new friends this year. And they don't act like complete douchebags, but But hopefully I'll get to meet new people on social media and on YouTube. And maybe when I go to an indie show, whenever I go, maybe I'll meet some new people. Who knows? But see what happens with that, and get my mental health in order, because that's one of my main goals, is to get my mental health in check. Probably, I'm hoping by the end of the year, get that in check. Physical health, hopefully by the summertime, and continue to work on it through the rest of the year. But main number one focus is my mental health, and that's pretty much gonna be it. I'm not gonna give two fucks what people say on this fucking website or in general. I'm pretty much not gonna give a fuck, and I'm gonna speak my mind. And if you don't like it, fuck you, because you're not gonna do anything about it anyway. It's gonna be like Ric Flair said, learn to love it. And like Macho Man said, you may not like it, but you must accept it. So you will respect my authority, and you will respect what I gotta say in my videos. And if you don't like it, don't watch, unsubscribe, block me. But you can't, some of you can't even do that. Simple fucking thing, you can't even do that. Think you're all tough guys, but you're not. You're not, because you know what would happen. I don't even have to tell you what would happen. Some of you already know. And I'm not talking about using the fist. I'm talking about something else. Certain bars, maybe. Not that bar, like the drinking bar. I think some others, like some steel bars, if you know what I mean. But, think you can act tough, but you're not, so. I don't have to act tough. I know I'm tough, so. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your cookout in 2024. And if you're not down with that, well, it's the same thing for the last, getting close to 15 years, my friends. In 2024, if you're not down with the prophecy, you're not down with the purge, you're not down with me and a whole bunch of other people that are way better than you, and you really better fucking know that, and you do know that. Because if you're not down with us, then we all got 3 words for you, and you will remember it. Fuck you, man! Adios. Until next time, peace.